Kumu Issue Issues. Issues are an aspect or a feature of organizational accounts in Kumu. What it provides for is a way to actually create discussion threads. They used to be called discussions, but they changed it to issue. Discussion threads associated with any entity in the model. So you can create a discussion thread related to an element, to a connection, or a loop. And the idea is that if you select an item and come over here and click on comment, it will go ahead and begin an issue thread. Why is this here? Go ahead and create the issue. And it's there so that anybody with a Kumu username and password can access a public organizational model and add issues to it or comments. And then you can close this down here. Now, once you go ahead and start that issue, it puts a little asterisk on here so that you know that there's an issue associated with this particular entity. If you click down here for issues, if you do this the first time that you load the model, it will show you the list of issues. Otherwise, any other time, it will show you wherever it was that you were. And if you want to get back to the list of issues, you have to come up here and back up out of changes. And here is the list of issues that currently exist. Now, if you click on one of the asterisks, it'll take you to that particular issue. And if you want to add a comment to it, you can click on it, and then there's a comment box down at the bottom. Now, if you don't add a comment and you just close this and you're off doing something else, and you click on this, it will take you back to the general feedback issue. In other words, it doesn't take you back sort of where you expected to be. You have to go ahead and pay attention to say, all right, I wanted to put an additional comment on the parking lot issues thread, and I clicked the little asterisk, but it took me back to general feedback. So I have to click here, I have to close the parking lot, and then I have to, what was that? I don't know. I have to open the parking lot, and then I can go ahead and add another comment here. Also, if you click on an entity that has a issue already associated with it, and you click comment, it will start another issue on the same item, which you probably don't want. You probably really want to go ahead and add to the one that already exists. So you need to go ahead and back out far enough to find what it was that you were looking for. So I'm currently in the parking lot. If I go ahead and click here, it gets me still to the parking lot. I have to back up. And here now I can get into general feedback, which is the one. No, I wanted the parking lot to go ahead and put a comment on. So in addition, once you create an issue, it knows who you are and it knows your email address. So if someone else posts a comment to that issue, you will get a copy of it in your mailbox. And you can respond to that directly by replying to the mail or going to the link in it, which will take you back to the issue thread in whichever Kumu project it came from. Currently, there is no way to unfollow an issue once you post to it or create it. Have some comments into the developers to hopefully one day allow people to sort of follow a project, meaning that they would get copies of, or they would get email about all issues that were started with regard to a project, and they would also be able to unfollow a project, follow an issue even without posting to it, and unfollow an issue thread at some point if they wanted to. So I personally find issues extremely useful when multiple people are contributing to or reviewing projects that have been developed, so that because only a few people are in a position to change your project if you gave them explicit access to do that, but you might want a wider audience to look at it and comment about some aspect of it. And in order to do that, they can create issues or they can add to existing issues. So currently I have some issues with issues, and even though I do, I still find them amazingly useful. So I hope you found this of some interest, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.